Y'all, the weather this week is truly so unspeakably shit. I've set my camera up as close to the window as possible because there's literally just no sun. But anyway, it is time for part 2 of our little sheer-ish boat neck long sleeve knit top pattern writing process. If you didn't watch part 1, well, you should go watch part 1, but I finished the torso portion. I'm trying to write a pattern for just like a perfect fitted long sleeve top, kind of like this one I made a few videos ago. It had like buttons on the bottom edge and on the sleeves and like cute little thumb holes. For this one, I am using the lovely lace from 7th Floor Yarns. It's this super, super soft Surrey alpaca, and they dye these really gorgeous, like variegated solids. And you can see, well, actually, I don't know if you can see, but this pattern does include some short rows here for bust shaping, which I think really helps it fit better on the torso compared to just like a straight up and down tube. For the sleeves, I am using needles from my shorty set. A shorty set is just like a needle set that has really short cords. I'll link the one that I got from Amazon. So far, I really, really like it. For the first part of the sleeve, we are going to be doing more drastic decreases because I really don't like a tight armhole. It's so uncomfortable. So we want this initial hole to be bigger, but we obviously want it to come in pretty quickly because it is supposed to be a fitted sleeve. Also, very off topic, but can you believe that this is my Korean digital perm after 10 months? I did scrunch it with some mousse today just because I wanted it to be a little bit more wavy, but it's so crazy to me how strong the wave pattern still is. It's like literally one of the best investments I've ever made. Oh, and because I feel like I'm gonna get questions about this, I did not make this sweater. I wish I did. It's from a brand called Nadia and Julia. They just have the most gorgeous, simple, natural fiber knits. They honestly look like something I would make. I think this is a mohair. It's like a really pretty taupe and kind of semi-sheer like this top. I was worried this video was gonna be really boring because it's basically just me knitting 2 sleeves, but my sister and brother-in-law are visiting this weekend. They get here tomorrow night. So even if the knitting part is boring, we will actually be out in the city doing stuff. But yeah, today is not going to be a very exciting day. I just have to record a podcast episode. I'm going to crank on my sleeve while I do that. Then I have to drop off some packages at the post office, and maybe I'll find a cafe to knit at. I don't know. I've been in a really bad homebody funk, so maybe I should force myself to spend some time outside the house. Okay, Hope and Alan got here late last night. They're just at brunch with some friends right now. And then afterwards, we're going to head into Manhattan. They have some new food spots they've seen on Instagram that they want to try. But the problem with these viral food spots is everyone else has seen the same videos. So there always ends up being just like a crazy wait, which is why earlier this week, I actually booked a Chinatown and Little Italy food tour using Get Your Guide, who are also kindly sponsoring this video. Obviously, I've been in Chinatown many times, but I got to try some spots I haven't been to. I learned a lot of history about the area, and the guide calls ahead so that your food is ready and fresh made at pretty much every stop. Our first stop was Tasty Dumpling, which I cannot believe I haven't been to before. They do 4 dumplings for only $2. Next was a classic, the pineapple pork bun at Mei Lai Hua. It's only $3 and literally so filling. And then we stopped into Ali Mama. I've tried their drinks, but I did not know about these taro mochi donut munchkins. They're literally so good. Like, I'm absolutely going back for those. We grabbed a slice of Alita pizza, tried the famous cannolis from Cafe Palermo, and got these Vietnamese Mexican fusion tacos at Five Spice. Meg and I were literally so stuffed at this point, but they sent us off with Eileen's cheesecake, which is Meg's favorite. I've tried to do self-guided food tours before, but it just always ends up being such an overstimulating experience. And this was just so painless. Like I did not have to use my brain at all. Get Your Guide has a global curated selection with everything from local authentic experiences to seeing really famous historical landmarks. So you should definitely check them out for your next trip, because I know I definitely will be. And if you're wondering why I'm curling my hair, obviously I have my perm, but sometimes I like to go in with my curling iron. This is the GHD Chronos Grand. I think it's like a 1.25 inch barrel. And I just find that it helps blend everything together and give me a little bit more definition, especially if I like slept weird on my hair. But yeah, now that I'm ready, let me go ahead and try on the top and show you how it's looking. We do have half the sleeve done. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely happy with this, and I just spent like 10 minutes staring in the mirror deciding if I want to undo the sleeve and start over. This armhole, I don't think I cast on enough stitches, and I don't know how I'm realizing this like so late. I've tried it on a few times, but I want there to be like a little bit more armpit ease here. I just don't like the feeling of fabric actually being in your armpit. And I also think I want to add some short rows to the top, because basically with a sleeve, when you're making like a drop shoulder sweater where the sleeve starts here, it doesn't really matter, right? But if you're making a sleeve that actually starts at the top of your arm, technically like this length over the top of your shoulder is longer than this length on the underside of your shoulder. And so if you just make a straight rectangle, you'll get some bunching here. I think I'm gonna finish this sleeve, and then when I start this sleeve, I'm gonna do the short rows, like get it to look the way I want. And then I kind of stupid, just like undo it and then make the non-short row version to match this side. But the next order of business, I need to pick a kind of sick outfit because, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, I got invited to an F1 event. But I am like such a big F1 fan. It's the only sport that I follow. Yes, I got into it because of the Netflix show Drive to Survive, but I actually follow like the real season. I do want to wear this jacket, but I'm like, it feels a little bit on the nose. So instead, I'm thinking my Cezanne leather trench. It's not like a Red Bull Ferrari red color. It's a little bit more subtle. If I wear this top, oh, I guess this is a good time to show you how this top fits. Like, do you see how this clears the armpit much more nicely? Oh my God. Trying on this top is really making me think I should redo the sleeve. If I proceed to undo the sleeve, so be it. I'm gonna think about it later. But this is so freaking warm because it's alpaca. So I feel like if I wear this and then the coat, I honestly don't need a sweater. I think I'm actually gonna throw my hair up for this outfit. Just feel like it's a little bit more clean. And then I added this clear necklace that I got recently. It also comes on like a light blue string, so I feel like it's a nice little touch. And then look how good my ring stack is today. These two rings are saddle rings that Sari came out with for Year of the Horse. And I just feel like it's such a cool, modern, geometric take on jade jewelry. I'm obsessed with them. Our scent is Sublimity from Lore. Guys, I know I mention these scents in literally like every fucking video, but they are just so good and I'm so obsessed with the packaging. And for our purse, we are bringing back literally one of my favorite bags of all time. I got it off a random street seller in Manhattan. Anyway, I think Hope and Alan are gonna be back soon and then we're gonna leave for the event, but don't kill me. I think I'm gonna undo the sleeve and redo it and try and figure out the short rows while I'm still home, because that doesn't really sound like a very on-the-go conducive activity. I have to undo the whole sleeve of my sweater. Why?
The one you're wearing?
No. One I'm making because I fucked up. Damn, you're really oiling up that hair, girl.
You'd be shocked. It just like eats it up and then disappears.
I don't think I would be shocked because my hair has been like that even pre-perm. My hair be drinking. Hey, I'm coming. He's huge.
But he's also cute.
Oh wait, he looks like a she.
Look at those eyes.
I like the little buttons.
It's the Chinese New Year.
Is it a dragon?
It's a horse.
Wait, what the fuck?
It's Emu.
Dude, this does not look like a horse.
It's the year of the horse.
How much do we love F1?
52 million people are fans here stateside.
I mean, it's a question we get asked all the time, and I think the we try to dissect it and think about why that show was such a, you know, from Mercedes right the way down to Williams. I think we've probably done. We know.
Oh, don't hurt him. This is what I wanted to try on, but where is it? I don't really need it though. I feel like I have something kind of similar. Let's see these legendary socks. Wow, $26.
Inflation.
In this economy,
For one pair.
what's so good about them?
I don't know. I've never tried them before.
I see. Traveling to the heart of the city. Who got what? That's yours? It's like the Cloud Longjing milk tea. How's yours?
Like a mango cloud.
Oh my. Like, look, this one's pretty. You guys don't have the one that she's wearing anymore, right?
No, I can't see anything.
It would like go in the first piercing
Yeah.
and then wrap around.
Oh, that's cute.
Acquired.
Acquired.
Goods
Grace is actually
acquired.
a plant.
I'm a Pandora plant. Let's go. I think we'll be okay.
It's because of this one so far.
I think we should get one of the cream ones.
So this is cream.
Watching this for legit the 4th time. You gotta get the cream and the orange. Isn't it bomb?
Might as well.
Yep. Okay. At this point, this could be like a 35-minute long video of me just making one sleeve, because I can't even explain how many times I have restarted this. I shouldn't have been doing this section when I was out and about, because I do need to try it on every few rows just to make sure things look right. But I was out and about, so I didn't realize until I got home at the end of the day that I had kind of overcompensated and made the sleeve too big this time. But now it's perfect, and I'm realizing it actually looks really cute as like a little cap sleeve top. The pattern can be for like a short sleeve top or a long sleeve top. But because I added this section of short rows at the top, you can see that the sleeve is now like perpendicular to my arm instead of just operating like vertically off of this kind of armhole seam. So I think we are through out of the woods, whatever the correct saying is right now. Now I can just work down the sleeve. And I still need to figure out the rate of decreases to make the sleeve like fitted without being too tight. I always kind of have this issue with sleeves. I feel like they need to be the same amount of fitted as the torso. I think my plan is to just not come back until the sleeve is done, just because I'm sick of providing updates on this like 3-inch section of fabric. All this being said though, I am very glad that I redid the sleeve instead of just like finishing it and not being happy with it, because as is always the case, it's worth it to frog, especially if I'm writing a pattern and I want the fit to be perfect. So it's fine, it's fine, it's fine that I redid the sleeve 300,000 freaking times. You wanna know something insane? It's 64 degrees outside. Like, it's been consistently in the 30s, even 40s was warm for us. 64 degrees is like spring borderline summer. I'm like genuinely, I like don't even know what to wear for that weather. I actually lied. I know exactly what I want to wear, because this was an outfit that I just happened to come up with when it was like legit 20 degrees outside, and I was like, okay, this is not the right time to be wearing this. I have this really cute like drapey long sleeve top that I got when I was in China, and this handkerchief skirt, which is one of the best pieces I have ever purchased. It wasn't like gifted. I literally got it because I felt like I really needed this in my closet. And I have styled it a million ways and wear it all the time. It's so versatile. But look how well these pair. And then I'm wearing this gorgeous belt that I got in Little Bangladesh. I just love like South Asian style jewelry and accessories. It's so pretty. And then just look how like elegant, and I know like my style isn't necessarily always that feminine, but I just feel like such a princess with the way that this skirt twirls. Also, I obviously don't really have bangs anymore, like they're so grown out, but I still like to keep them in the roller and then just kind of curve them outwards like that. I feel like it makes the awkward length when I'm growing them out look a little cuter. For our scent, I can't believe I'm whipping this out this early in the year, but it's the Maison Margiela Replica Beach Walk. Literally goated summer scent. It's described as sun-kissed salty skin, and that is literally what it smells like. Like it smells like the salty air and the sun, and this, I feel like it's so cheesy when brands are like, this scent will transport you to, but like this smell actually transports me to summer and the beach. Common misconception that I'm only a silver jewelry girl. Today is a gold jewelry day. These are new earrings that I got recently. This middle finger ring is so sick. I got it at a vintage market from this incredible African jewelry designer. She hand makes all her pieces, and I think it's so unique and stunning. Let's just pray that my sleeve hell days are over and it's smooth sailing from here. And I'm gonna come back with a beautiful finished sleeve, and we're all gonna forget that this situation ever happened.
It's so warm. Rocking some more Cezanne today.
Brought to you by Cezanne. Here, I'll show you a little clavicle.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah.
When all else fails me, I have mango grapefruit boom.
Boom me.
Oh, we gotta get a video too.
Oh yeah. Down the hatch. Oh, or not. Give me a bite. We got some. Okay, no one needs to see that. Some bread and butter pickles, some pickled mango, and some pickled pineapple. Oh my gosh, it's Doraemon. You're really hitting a sim stance. Yeah, looks good. Oh.
I mean,
Thank you.
Someone explained to me how it's possible that it was literally almost 70 degrees this weekend and it's currently snowing. That was the most I knew it was a false spring, but that was like the most false spring, most false spring I have ever experienced. Like, anyway, sorry, I'm just like so shook because I went to get my facial this morning and I wore my little warm red Cezanne coat. I was like, oh, I know it got colder, but like it probably won't be that cold. And now it's fully snowing right now. The facial, I got it at I was about to say I got it at facial. What am I saying? The facial, I got it at Spencer's. It was so nice. I haven't gotten a facial there for maybe like a year now. And they used to only do manual extractions on the nose, which is like my favorite part. But now they have an ultrasound extraction machine, which does like more surface level extractions on the whole face. And the way my skin was glowing afterwards, it was so freaking nice. Oh, the top. Wow, I just went on like a complete aside. I'm wearing it over the shirt I already had on because, well, it's cold, as I mentioned. And so I didn't really feel like taking my base layer off. I know it's looking kind of crazy around the neckline, but this is making me realize that this would be really cute to maybe layer with like a little tank top or like a halter. I haven't successfully done this yet, but I love when people like layer multiple tank tops or like multiple t-shirts. We have finally finished a sleeve. Thank the Lord. It's looking a little weird because I have my jade bangle and my watch. I have like so much jewelry over here. I got my first ever watch. I mean, I've been gifted watches before, but this is the first one I've bought. It's so me. It's like a little silver one with a green face. And then like, look how well it pairs with my jade bangle and my jade bead bracelet from Cerise that I always wear. The watch is from a brand called Iris, I think. I'll link them down below. I found their booth at a vintage market that I went to in New York, and they had so many of these little dainty watches. Wow, okay, I'm like on a fucking tangent run. I think I'm basically done. I might do like one more round before I cast off. I kind of want to make these sleeves a little bit shorter than they are on my other one, just because with my other one, it's like a little long, so it goes like over my rings. And I kind of want this one to cut off like just under my rings. Every time I undo things, even though it's painful at the time, it's always worth it. This is just like so perfect. No more experimentation on my second sleeve. I literally know exactly what I have to do, which is so freaking nice. I actually ordered on Etsy some buttons for the rims for like the edges, bottom edge and sleeve edge of this shirt. I thought about using the same mother of pearl buttons that I used for the first top, just because they come in a pack of 100 on Amazon. They're gorgeous, they're affordable, but I felt like it would result in the top just looking very similar to that one, and I was like, I kind of want it to look different. So I'm gonna keep it as a surprise, also just in case the buttons come and I don't like them, but I will show you the buttons once they arrive. I'm gonna extract myself from this. I have a quick little Urban Outfitters Vans event tonight. I'm not trying to like really turn a look because I only have that one event and I probably won't stay that long. I'm just gonna swing by. Honestly, especially with the freaking weather outside, I kind of just want to wear the outfit that I already had on today. I will say I've been seeing other like fashion creators style this exact coat from Cezanne with like a little like either skirt or dress under that peeks out. That's kind of like lacy. I think I might just fake it with this is the scallop triangle scarf pattern that I released earlier this winter. Wow, we are really serving red, white, and blue realness. I actually think that is pretty cute. I really want to make a filet crochet red hip scarf, and I am quite literally waiting to wear it with this exact outfit. But until I make that hip scarf, this will do. Cezanne also released a light blue version of this coat and a green version, and I don't regret getting the red one. I love the red one, but when I bought this, they didn't have those other two colors. I know this is gonna sound insane, but I literally think I could get the the green one and the blue one and still get like a really great cost per wear in all of them. Nice quality, natural fiber investment pieces. As long as it's something that you will actually wear all the time, I think the price can be justified. Anyway, I'm gonna crank on the sleeve a bit, go to the event, try and go to the gym. I have not been literally in like 2 to 3 weeks. Like, why am I paying for a gym membership? I don't want to talk about it. And then tomorrow I'm hoping to like go beast mode and just finish the sleeve. I will try and do that somewhere outside of the apartment though.
I know.
top is done, thank God, but two things I need to address first. I am actually wearing this Thekla polo that I knit at the end of last year. I kind of forgot about it just because this winter was so cold in New York that it wasn't really the right weather for this, but oh my gosh, like the blue and brown alternating buttons, I really cooked with this. It's so cute. And on the note of stripes, we have new freaking bedding. I don't know if you'll remember, my bedding used to be like brown, and I picked that color for my first New York apartment that didn't have a headboard, but then I inherited this wooden headboard from my friend Karen because I moved into her room. And my bedding and my headboard were like the exact same color and it was really not giving. I have like bad temperature regulation. I've been like sweating a lot when I sleep and I'm like, am I going through menopause? Like what's going on? So I decided to bite the bullet and invest in like higher quality sheets and bedding than the ones I originally had from Amazon. So these are from Brooklinen, and I hate to say it, but I think it's worth the money because it's so much more light and breathable and comfortable. I changed my sheets a few days ago and I have genuinely been sleeping so much better. I was specifically looking for like a light blue and white pinstripe, and this is a brand new colorway from Brooklinen. So I was like, it's a freaking sign. Underneath the bedding, like as my flat sheet, I have this like greenish color. Obviously you can't see it normally, but I have other hints of green in my room, so I thought that'd be a nice way to tie it in. Anyway, sorry about that very impassioned rant. This top is finally freaking done. I decided I just didn't want to come back and show you until it was finished because this video is getting too freaking long. You can see the buttons that I chose from Etsy. Bro, when I first saw these buttons next to this yarn, I was like, I transcended to another dimension. I feel like they match so perfectly. So yeah, we have the buttons on the edges of the sleeves and I did them on the bottom as well. I will say if you plan to sew buttons on your top too, I would recommend, how do I explain this? Trying to kind of cinch the width of the edge as you sew the buttons on. Like you don't want to like completely stretch out the edge and then sew the buttons right up against each other because then you'll kind of have too many buttons and they'll be like overlapping. You almost want to sew the buttons with like a little bit of space between them and then just pull on the thread to tighten it. And that way like let me try and show you. You can see on the bottom edge of this top, the buttons are not like completely flush against each other because you don't want there to be like too many buttons where the edges are kind of flaring. So just be mindful of that because the first time I sewed the buttons on my last top, I feel like I kind of made that mistake and then I had to redo it. One other thing I should mention before I try it on is I just steam blocked this. I normally do a wet block for my pieces, like for my watercolor brushed sweater. That was a sweater where like I added like several inches to the length using a wet block, but it's because I used like looser, or like I use larger needles for that. It's a looser knit. Because we're using pretty small needles for this, it's not a situation where you're gonna wet block it and the sleeve is suddenly gonna be like 3 inches longer, you know? So I just kind of steam blocked it to even out the stitches, but this is not like a piece where the blocking is really essential to get the right size. Oh my gosh, this is my first time trying it on after sewing the buttons. I think when I write up the actual pattern, I'm gonna make the torso section a little bit longer. The reason I made it kind of short is because one issue I found with my original one is that like when this torso part is quite long, the button edge doesn't really look good unless you wear it with a very low-waisted jean. So this is like a pretty low-waisted pair of jeans. They're from Urban. I actually love these and have been wearing them so much this winter because a lot of my winter tops are obviously longer, and I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but sometimes when you wear a long top with like a higher waisted jean, it like cuts off so that it only shows the bottom part of the fly crotch area, and I don't really like how it looks. Whereas if you pair like a long top with a low-waisted pant, you can kind of see the full crotch area and it just, I think, looks more flattering. But anyway, my original top was a little bit longer than this and I felt like it only looked good with super low-waisted pants. So I made this one a tiny bit shorter. You can see it obviously still works with the low-waisted pant, but you can also wear it with something a little bit more mid-rise. I just thought it gave me some more styling options. I also think it'd be really fun to layer this like over a longer tank top, like over a long white tank. Maybe I'll try that in a second because that would also give you a lot of contrast to really see the buttons on the bottom. Oh, and for the bra situation, if you watch part 1, you know that I technically did the bust shaping for like a larger push-up bra just because I wanted to better demonstrate how to add volume here. But realistically, I usually end up wearing this style of shirt with no bra. I'm wearing like nipple covers right now. Or earlier in this video, I was wearing it over kind of like a lacy, unpadded bra, just because it is semi-sheer. I don't like how it looks over like a very bra. Okay, wait, I don't have my rings on right now, but I'm gonna go put them on because I feel like that'll really give you the full effect. Like, look how freaking sick this looks. This ring stack, by the way, on this side, it's like my everyday stack. I've posted an Instagram reel that goes through like my everyday jewelry stack, but I'll also put all of these in the description below. And then on this side, this is like a new stack I've been loving. This is the Cerie saddle ring that I already mentioned. And this is also from Cerie, this white jade ring. But I feel like you don't normally see like white jewelry, and something about it is just like really striking. I don't know, I've been like really obsessed with this duo. But you can see why I made the sleeves a little bit shorter so that like my rings aren't covered. Obviously you can make this section a little bit longer if you really want that like full hand warmer effect. Putting my hair up just because I feel like it helps you see the neckline a little better. So this is how it looks over a tank top. Like I was saying earlier, I actually love the interest of having like a wide boat neck that shows like the tank top straps. And I just think the semi-sheerness and like being able to see the shape of the tank top underneath is so freaking chic. I'm once again throwing on this like clear teardrop pendant necklace. It's interesting because I mean, I thought it was like unique and pretty when I bought it. Obviously that's why I bought it, but I kind of felt like I wouldn't wear it that much. I've been wearing it all the time. It's just like the perfect balance of being a statement necklace, but not, because it's literally transparent. I also really love how the necklace pairs with these earrings I've been wearing all the time. It has like a kind of clear ice-ish heart pendant, so I feel like they go together, and it kind of goes with my white rings. And then for our jacket, oh, we have the blue and brown color combo again. I am nothing if not consistent. I think you can keep the jacket pretty light because the base layer is so freaking warm, and you can see it's so perfect how the buttons like emerge from the sleeves, and you don't have to worry about like yanking your sleeves down underneath the jacket because the thumb holes keep everything nice and orderly. Anyway, I'm overheating, so I'm gonna take this off. I wanna make so many more versions. Obviously, I wanna make a short sleeve version. I'll see if any of my testers wanna make the short sleeve version. It's just kind of weird to ask that of people if I have no photos of what the short sleeve version looks like. I feel like a big trend has been like the t-shirt layered over a long sleeve kind of look. And I know people have been knitting like fake layered garments. I think what I should do is knit a short sleeve version and then make like detachable sleeves that you can wear, like tuck under the short, like kind of like attach at the shoulder seam to give you that layered look, but then you can also remove them if you just want to wear like the t-shirt. I kind of wish like content and like creating, what's the word? Like clickbaity YouTube video titles and everything wasn't a thing, because I would just jump straight into making another one of these, but I've already posted 2 videos of me making this top, and I don't want my entire channel to just be me knitting semi-sheer long sleeve shirts. I also talked about like a million spring patterns that I want to release in my last podcast episode, so I probably need to shift focus to writing yet another pattern. For a while I was crashing out that this pattern is coming out too late, because obviously like the version that I made is very much a winter top, but I was thinking about it and you could definitely knit this in like a thin cotton, a thin linen, a bamboo, and it would be a really beautiful like spring summer top as well. I think I'm gonna give my testers a lot of license with what fibers they want to use, because I'd love to see how it works up in other yarns. This top is just so me, and I've been getting so many comments and DMs of people who are really excited to knit it, so yay! Okay, I feel like I've been talking about how much I love this top for like way too freaking long. Let me know if you have any fun clickbaity title, video title ideas that will allow me to continue making different versions of this top. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys!
You left the kitchen light on.